Despite owning DC Comics since 1969, Warner Brothers thought that making a film about Superman would be a bad investment. They sold all production rights to the father and son team of Ilya and Alexander Salkind, who would go on to produce the beloved classic starring Christopher Reeve. Here are 3 fun facts you probably don't know about this production. Richard Donner was offered the job of directing Superman 1 and 2 while he was on the can. The director got a phone call, and Alexander Salkind said, "I'm making Superman. I don't have a director, and I'll pay you $1 million." Donner said yes on the spot. Mario Puzo wrote the first script for Superman. Richard Donner, a fan of Superman comics, hated the first draft so much that he demanded rewrites by David and Leslie Newman and Robert Benton. DC had a lot of sway in the production. They demanded a big name for Superman. Their contenders were Dustin Hoffman, Al Pacino, Steve McQueen, Robert Redford, Paul Newman, and Muhammad Ali. Richard Donner wanted an unknown. Want to guess who won that contest?
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me? Who's got you?
After the Superman franchise was done with 4 films released, Warner Brothers sought to get in the limelight again with Batman, with director Tim Burton at the helm. The film was the second largest box office hit of the year. Here are some fun facts about this troubled production. Michael Keaton wants his stories to make sense. He was thoroughly concerned about how people could tell his character was Bruce Wayne in disguise, so he opted to change the tone of his voice when in costume, which became a character trait for future performances.
I'm Batman.
While the studio conceded and let Burton cast Keaton in the role, they put their foot down on the Joker, attaching the biggest name they could find to play the character. Jack Nicholson's performance is still iconic and one of his personal favorites.
The pen is truly mightier than the sword.
Tim Burton originally wanted Adam West and Julie Newmar to play Bruce's parents in the flashback scene, but the ongoing rewrites on the script and the troubled schedule didn't allow it. West would discover this a few years later, stating he wouldn't have done it. The Batman movies of the 80s and 90s were some of the biggest of all time and had actors lining up to play the plum roles of the villains. Before Jim Carrey landed the role of the Riddler in Batman Forever, Warner Brothers considered a number of actors, including Robin Williams and Brad Dourif. Williams eventually withdrew his name from the project, while Dourif recently claimed he wasn't a big enough star to land the part. Dourif's name popped up again in development for the unmade Batman 5, which would have seen the Caped Crusader battle the Scarecrow. Dourif, along with James Woods, Jeff Goldblum, and Howard Stern, yes, that Howard Stern, were all considered before director Joel Schumacher cast Nicolas Cage in the part. Harley Quinn would have appeared opposite the Scarecrow in Batman 5, with starlets Sarah Michelle Gellar and Madonna under consideration for the part. Schumacher eventually cast Courtney Love in the part. Love agreed to play the role after learning the movie would reimagine Harley as the daughter of the Joker.